What's going on, guys? Coach Chris Specht here, and I am back. It's a little late. It's a little bit past 10 o'clock, but I thought I'd come live with no kind of notice. So hopefully right now people are getting notice that I'm live and are going to join in this discussion. We're going to talk about building a $20,000 per month business. $20,000 in income, not in revenue. We're going to talk about a $20,000 per month in income business. So right away, I'll let you guys know if you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching this not on live and you're watching a replay of this, make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever it pops up. Leave a comment if you have any questions. If you're live with me, we'll chat about what it takes to build a $20,000 a month income for yourself. Obviously, if you can get to that level, conceptually, it's going to be easy for you to get to whatever level your mind desires. The struggle is really for the people who have never done this before, starting. That's a lot of people's struggle. It's how do I start? So we're going to talk a little bit about taking action. We're going to talk about the three. What is it? Three? I wrote down three. Yeah. So the three, we'll keep it really simple. It's three things that I do. These three simple things keep me on track every day. And these are the three things that I do to earn a $20,000 a month income. So first one that we're going to do and we're going to talk about, I have my little trusty whiteboard. Make sure you jump on Amazon and buy one of these puppies, or you buy one, and I got one on my wall. I got one behind me. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do the math. Okay. So if you want to make $20,000 a month in income, you got to be able to do the math. Now, what does that mean? What does doing the math mean? Well, you have to break it down. So anytime you want to achieve a certain amount of money or a certain amount of income for yourself, if you're need an extra $500, you're going to have to do something to her, whether it's use your time to go give a service to somebody, whether it's go help someone clean their home, clean their car. If you're a skilled craftsman at something and you have a skill set that you can use your time to give value, you're going to charge a certain amount of money and you're going to offer your services in trade for dollars. So that's kind of one way to do it, is to offer time for money. Another way to do it is to buy things and sell things, flip things on eBay, flip things on Amazon, and make a profit that way. Another way to do it is to take your cash and to put it in investments. Requires a lot more education, a lot more skills to do something of that nature. But we're talking about earning an extra $500. So if you have any ways right now that let's not even put $500 on the board. If you're live with me right now, let me know some ways you know how to make an extra $100 as fast as you possibly can make an extra $100. So what would you do to earn an extra $100? So throw that stuff up right now. Tell me what you would do to go and earn an extra $100. What I would do is I would probably, knowing what I know, to earn a really quick $100, I would sell something in my house. I'd probably look at something in my house and I'd probably post it on Facebook Marketplace right now. And I'd sell something. Like I have a Bosu ball. I know in a day, probably in a day of posting that, I could sell my Bosu ball for $50 instantly. I could probably get close to $75 for that Bosu ball. So if I put an ad up right now, took a picture, I put an ad on Facebook Marketplace, I could probably get $50 for that Bosu ball over there. I have a couple medicine balls, one 10-pound, one 20-pound. I could probably get, I don't know, $20 each. So right there, that's $90. Blocks. I could probably get a couple $100 for that power blocks. So I mean, it's pretty easy in this day and age to go and make an extra $100. It's not that hard. I have some baseball cards. I have a Shaq rookie card. I mean, as I look around, I have lots of things. I could probably try flipping these stupid things for $5 each. I have 10 of them, so it's $50. There's a lot of things in my home. You know, I have a stack load of books. I could probably put up a thing, 100 books, you know, give me $25 for them and probably sell that pretty fast. There are a lot of things. I have a Life Fitness exercise bike. It's a $2,000 bike. I could probably get $500 for that bike. So flipping things to me versus using my time, time-wise, what could I do? I could put an ad up as a personal trainer. I could go coach athletes in basketball. Only kids are generally broke. Adults don't generally pay for recreational sports coaching anymore. I could run a camp. I know parents with kids like to put their kids in camps because it's essentially babysitting with a benefit. So I could run a camp, but that's not something I'm going to actually make money from really fast. It's going to take me time to throw up an ad, but I could probably get 25 kids. It's going to take me time to get a gym. I'll charge whatever, 50 or $100 for the camp for kids. So I could make upwards $1,500 to $2,500 running a camp, hire a few kids, hire a few athletes to help me out, and maybe make it a certain amount of times. But that's trading time for dollars. So quite different. But as you can see, the perception of value, the value that, you know, comes to mind behind the different things are completely different. So obviously, this is an Amazon show, Amazon selling channel. We're talking about flipping things. So if you want to make an extra 20 grand a month, then you have to think about different things and different things to flip and different ways to come about making $20,000 a month. So first rule is do the math. Okay. First rule is do the math. So what is the math? What is the math that I'm talking about? Well, kind of like I said earlier, you got to break it down into what can you sell and how much can you sell it for? You know, and in this kind of, and a lot of people kind of teach this backwards math or reverse mapping. You want to take your end goal of 20 grand a month. So we're going to write down 20 grand a month. Let me see. I'll show you on camera here. It's 20 grand a month. And we're going to think how many things do we have to sell at what price in order to earn that. So we'll break it down. If I wanted to sell, say, I don't know, things for $10 profit. I could probably find, I mean, I already know a lot of things I could sell for $10. How many of them would I have to sell? 2,000 things to make $20,000. Okay, so obviously that's easy math, but that's a lot of things that I would have to sell every month. Okay, so we might break it down a little further. And what I do is I go into profit here, sales here, or how many units I have to sell. And then in this last column, what I usually like to tell people to do is come up with multiple income streams, XIS. Okay, so if you have making $10 profit, selling 2,000 units over 4 multiple income streams, over 4 different income streams, you got to do 500 sales per income stream to make 20 grand a month. Like that's a big goal for a lot of people. That's a breakdown. So 4 income streams, 4 XIS, 500 sales in each of those income streams at $10. So if I started retail arbitrage, a private label product, okay, and I started a book business, so that's 3 income streams, and I started, let's not use consulting business because it's going to take people a lot of, you know, probably take too much. Again, consulting business is trading time for dollars. You could do a YouTube channel, but that takes time to build that up. Okay. You could do your Facebook marketplace. Okay. So Facebook marketplace business where you run Facebook ads free and or whatever. So you can go Facebook ads and marketplace, book business, private label business, retail arbitrage business. There are 4 models that you could focus on, different products that you can make $10 per sale from. You could do 500 units over each of these business models. If you can get there, you can make yourself 20 grand a month. It's completely possible. Obviously, you know, and I talk about my course all the time. It's 97 bucks. That's the foundation that'll teach you all of this stuff. You know, you learn it for this, you know it for all of these things. I always say, if you learn everything for private label, you're going to know how to do retail arbitrage. You're going to know how to do your book business. You're going to know how to do Facebook marketing. It's really all the same thing, but just on different platforms. And obviously there's other businesses, you know, Gary V, he says we need 7, that's his magic number, 7 income streams to earn a really, I don't know what he wants to be successful, be very wealthy, or whatever the case may be. He focuses on 7 different income streams. I'm just talking about 4 to break it down. So that's 10. Now let's do the math again. I'll get rid of some of this stuff. So let's up that number. Okay, let's up that number. We'll erase that. We'll erase that. So that's $10 profit. What if I sold things for $50 profit? I have a friend that's selling a bigger ticket item on private label, and he's doing fairly well. He's selling about 5 a day at about $30 to $40 profit. What if he increased his price $10, did some more advertising, and was able to stay at that sales at 50, 5 units a day at $50 a unit? Okay, how many units would we have to sell at $50 in order to get to $20,000 in profit? We'd have to sell 400 at 50. So now then we look at the multiple income streams. How many is that? So if I had 4 income streams, so let's divide that by 4. We need to sell 100 units per income stream, so per platform, to get to $20,000 a month at a $50 price point. Okay, so at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, and this might be out of your mindset right now. You know, it was out of my mindset in the beginning. When I first started, I just wanted to make $10 a day, or $10 a product was kind of what I was taught. It was just like, Chris, if you could make $10 a sale and sell 300 things a month, you'd make 3 grand. To me, that made me salivate. Less than 16 months ago or 18 months ago, I would have been extremely excited that if that worked out, and this was my thought process then, I would have been super, super excited for it. Lo and behold, 5 weeks later, it worked out. It worked out. I was shocked how it worked out so quickly. How I got to 300 sales at a product, was making $10 every sale, profit after everything. How the heck did I get to making $3,000 a month profit? And people talk about duplication. Okay, well, duplicate what you did, duplicate that over and over and over. And I've tried, trust me, I've tried. And I understand that not every product works. Okay, and it's kind of my 4th point of the 3 points, that I have 3 things I follow that I do every day that keep me on track for making $20,000 a month profit in my pocket, $20,000 a month. I have 3 things that. So the first thing is, I'm always planning on it. What do I need to do? How many income streams do I need? Everyone knows right now I have a private label business. I have a retail arbitrage business. Now I have a private label business and a retail arbitrage business, and I have an American private label business. I have started a book business. Okay, I have my basketball business. okay, which is really inactive as far as financial, but it's a business that I could start selling t-shirts in, as it does have a subscriber base to it, and I could certainly drum up business with that business, but it exists, but it's zero, but it exists. Okay. Then obviously I'm trying my best with my YouTube channel, and I know eventually it's going to become a very big success in the world of income. It already makes me money as far as marketing, generating income through my course. I have a course out which will become multiple courses, because as I create knowledge for people to follow, they'll learn ways to make income. And if I can help people help themselves, obviously that's an income. So, I mean, I'm definitely more than 10 figures as far as multiple income streams. So multiple income streams, XIS, okay, if you can see that, multiple income streams. So, I mean, you just got to figure out different ways and different platforms that you can make money on, and keep doing all of them at the same time. Learn to multitask and not be singular with your business, but do the math. So break down the math. If 20 grand is not your goal, maybe it's only 5 grand. Break down, do the math. How many things you have to sell? How many of them do you have to sell? How much money do you have to make from each one? And then if you can displace some of the places that you're, or split it up into different ways to make money, different places to make money, like retail arbitrage, private label, book business, YouTube channel, a course, consulting, a side business like a basketball business or something, that a passion of yours, a company of that. You know, all these different things are ways that you can start to generate income. Again, you're not talking about a product, you're just talking about $10. I just need to make $10. So within each of those businesses, I need to sell 100 things, 100 things, 100 things, or 500 things, 500 things, 500 things. Again, it depends on what your goal is. I'm talking about big picture. Think big when you're doing things. Think as big as possible. 20 grand obviously is not big for a lot of you. That's probably where some of you are at. And if some of you are not there, maybe that's where you want to be. But once you get there, your probably next goal is 100 grand a month. Once you get to 100 grand a month, maybe it's a $500,000 or maybe it's $1 million. I don't know. I'm definitely not at 100 grand a month, but I'm striving to get to 100 grand a month. Okay. So what is my number 2 thing that I do? And again, I break it into 3. So 1, see if you can see that. Do the math. Number 2, set weekly plan. Set weekly plans. Okay. So you guys usually hear me talk about that a lot when I'm doing my show. Today is Sunday. My plan of action was to come up to find 50 new toys, so width, to sell on Amazon, and I failed miserably. I probably executed that plan 3 of the 7 days this week, and I only came up with 25 toys. Okay, which to a lot of you guys might be like a huge success. What's going on, Parsa? We can get you to 5K a month. I'm certain of that. That's a great goal, though. So again, we're going to talk about how you should be breaking that down and putting in the work to get there. So I set a goal over 7 days. Sometimes I'll do like a 5-day goal or a 7-day goal, but it's always weekly for me. It's Monday to Sunday. And I plan my goal. I put in one target. So my target for last week was 50 new toys. Okay. I wanted to create 50 new toys in my inventory, width-wise. Okay. 50 new toys, width-wise, all these new SKUs to elevate my business, to hopefully find hot sellers out of those 50 that I could then dump all my extra income into. Again, leveraging the hot selling toys to get to, again, when we go back to here, okay, this is retail arbitrage. And my goal is to sell 500 things a month for retail arbitrage. Okay, 500 every month for retail arbitrage. That's my goal at $10, okay, per sale. In order to get that goal, my very first one, I need to continually build width and uncover gems out of that width. So maybe my third one and my seventh one and my 12th one and my 20th one, etc., are doing sales. Sold, 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 sold. Then I'm going to go chase that inventory and replenish that inventory. Okay. That's one way to do it. So that's what I set my goal up, but I didn't hit 50. I was only able to find 25. Did I work my ass off for it? No, I didn't, but I did work. I failed, but I succeeded, is how I always look at things. I set a bigger goal. 50 would be out of reach for a lot of people. Most of the people I talked to only got to 5, 10. I got to 25. And so now I have 25 new products, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 new products, all to be shipping out tomorrow, arrive at Amazon in 3 days, and we'll see how many of those products become sellers or sell right away. So now I create a list. And again, it all leads back to my first goal of doing the math, okay? And so I get multiple income streams up to 500 sales at $10 profit per sale. Okay, I got 2, 3, 4. Okay, retail arbitrage, private label. Okay, now book business, private or 2 if that's you. Maybe yours are all private label, private label, private label. Maybe it's all private label products, because I consider private label an individual income stream for every private label. But I consider retail arbitrage kind of as a whole, just because it's hard to come up with the inventory, so I compile it all together. But it's easier to come up with this big book business in inventory wise. Retail arbitrage, toys, and what have you. A little tougher, so I bundle it all together. But private label is not, because you can find a product that will do with one product. You can find a product that will do 500 per month with just one product. And if it's only doing 250, then you might have to go to number 2. Okay, and you might have to go to private label number 3. Okay, but your goal, again, we broke it down, we did the math. It's 500 per product. Okay, so now that we, again, my goal is set in weekly plans. My weekly plan last week was to get 50 toys. I failed and only got 25, so I'm going to ship those 25 off to Amazon, and I'm going to reset this week again. Okay, so again, my new goal or my new plan, I like to call it a plan other than a goal. I think goals are stupid, because I think people just write goals down and they don't know what to do with them. But I think if you have an action plan or a plan is what you're going to do every day. So my new plan is to get 50 more toys. How am I going to do that? How? Well, I'm going to hit 7 stores. At each store, I'm going to find 7 new toys. Okay. What stores am I going to hit? I'm going to hit Walmart. I'm going to hit Superstore. I'm going to hit Dollarama. I'm going to hit Dollartree. I'm going to hit, I don't know. I'm going to hit, what other toy stores are there? This is my struggle. I don't even know what toy stores to hit. Winners. Okay. I'm going to hit Canadian Tire. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. I'm gonna hit. Give me a store, Parsa. Give me another store. I'm gonna hit. Um, is there? There's no Zellers. All the big Sears is gone. There's no Zellers. There's no Sears. I'm gonna hit the mall. I'm gonna call the mall a store. I'm gonna hit Metrotown. Okay, and I'll just hit. I'll just walk through Metrotown, and I'll probably pop into some small shops. But there's my stores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I'm gonna go for 50 toys again. Okay, and I'm gonna succeed this month, or excuse me, this week. So weekly plans, weekly planning. So if you do weekly planning, to me, weekly planning is just saying, what are you going to do to achieve the math? What are you going to do to achieve the math? The math is simple. I got to get to 500 sales per category. My next week's math may be find a retail arbitrage product. It might be launch another private label product. People ask me, how the hell do you, London Drugs, Shoppers, thank you, Nicole. I live between two of them, literally 2 minutes on each side of me. But I always forget about them because I never shop there. But London Drugs, Shoppers, Drug Mart. So I'm at 9. Okay, London Drugs, Shoppers, Drug Mart. But you know, every week I'm setting up something to achieve, and it's not like, again, it's 500 is just the number, but how am I going to get there? What kind of work do I have to put in? Some people might be hard because they don't have the cash flow. And again, with the cash flow, we go all the way back to the fundamentals. How are you spending your money right now? What are you wasting it on? What could you do with some of the money that you're wasting on? Fast food, cigarettes, alcohol, partying, eating out, things you shouldn't be buying for yourself. How can you funnel some of that money into buying a new toy, a new book, something that you could put in a box over 7 days? If you bought 3 new things from the dollar store, what could you sell in your house? Again, we have Facebook Marketplace. We're so damn lucky. Facebook Marketplace. Facebook has, what is it, 500 million? It's got to be past the movie number now. Is it at 1 billion people? Okay. What in your house could you sell? What could you sell? $10 to go buy a toy? What could you sell? What could you sell? These sitting and do a full circle. Or you could come up with 3 things you could try to sell. Take a picture of each, put it on Facebook Marketplace, get somebody to buy it, get that cash flow. Then don't waste the cash flow and go buy some books, go buy some toys, stop by some stores, start filling boxes, because the ultimate war cry, this number is inventory, guys. It's inventory stuff. Okay, stuff that you could sell on Amazon. So as you increase your inventory and then it starts to sell, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to take that money that you made, you'll spend a little bit, okay, maybe you spend half, and with the other half, what are you going to do? You're going to put it into your Amazon business. So you're going to put it back into your business. My phone is dead. It's not charging. I don't know why. We'll leave that. So, number 1, do the math. Number 2, set weekly plans. Number 1, do the math. Number 2, habits of setting weekly plans. Your connection, I don't connect. Am I on live, guys? I don't know. My computer is saying my connection is unstable. Let me know if it's still working. But set 52 weeks a year. You should be at least hitting 50 plans, 50 weeks of attacking your business. Go take that 2-week vacation. Gary Vee doesn't take any vacation. He hasn't had a vacation like how long? I don't know. I heard something like that. But I mean, I'm all for a vacation, a break, but you should be attacking weekly plans. This business, an Amazon business, a Facebook marketing business, um, a book business, a private label business, a consulting business. I spent an hour and a half with an awesome guy from Texas. Gave him a free coaching call. It was 30 minutes, turned into 90 minutes. If you guys haven't seen that, I recorded the conversation. I put it on YouTube just for people to listen in. But I give away that stuff for free. I give that away stuff for free because my ultimate goal at the end, at the very end, when I can get there, is to give everything away for free. As much of the content that I give you guys is to give it all away for free. That's my end goal. So by doing this YouTube live stuff, staying up late, I got to get up early and drop my son off. He's got a film shoot downtown. He's filming a commercial, but I got to get up at 5 to get him there for 5:30 or something like that. And then I go in my office and work, spend 8 hours there, maybe a little bit longer, probably 12. Then from 6 o'clock, come home, chill for a bit, eat some food, hang out with my little ones, and then do this business, which really honestly is not that hard. But somehow, some way in between all that time, I got to figure out how to get to all those stores and find 7 toys a day. And then one other day, find one more toy. Okay. So, but it's just got to be done. That's the work part of it. That's the time that you should be putting, not necessarily into work, but into working your business and working your brand. So again, my goal at the end of the day is every course I come with for it to eventually be free. And as my prices come down, they'll come down. But a lot of people are going like, Chris, why would you give that stuff away for free, man? Charge something for it. Well, I'm charging $97 for it right now, but ultimately that's my goal, and it's just something I wrote down. So that's what a goal is. Goal is dumb in a sense that it shouldn't be something people confuse. People confuse goals and plans. Okay, an action plan should be something you strive for every day that you've drawn up, mapped out, and that you can check the boxes. Okay, versus a goal should be your end result, your dreams at the end, way past. Your goal kind of should be the end. A lot of people will reset their goals because maybe they set these smaller goals, again, which is fine. But you should have these super huge goals. What is the craziest car you want to drive? Do you want to fly a helicopter? Do you want to own a private jet? Do you want to have a home in 10 different countries around the world? Do you want to travel 200 days of the year? Do you want to, spend half of your life in philanthropy? I don't know. I can't think that huge. To be honest with you, I just want to enjoy my life with my kids. I want to spend all my time with family, with all my time with my kids. So those are goals. Those are goals. But really, those are just dreams and passions of mine. I want to be able to create the biggest goal for little kids to come and play basketball and become great at something that makes money and finances. Those goals are just dreams and visions. One of my sayings is work your vision, achieve your dreams. Work your vision. Let's see if you can see that. Achieve your dreams. Okay, I don't know why it's showing up backwards. Sorry, guys, if it's showing up backwards, but I always say that to myself. I always say that to my kids. I coach high school basketball. I'm always saying it to the girls. Work your vision, achieve your dreams. Work your vision, achieve your dreams. So what is your vision? Okay, I break it down to 3 things. Do the math, set weekly plans or action plans, map it out kind of thing. And number 3 is build multiple income streams. Okay, so build multiple income streams. People ask me, Coach, if you're making so much money selling on Amazon, why do you still work? Why are you still trading time for dollars? Okay. Again, build multiple income streams. You want to get at least 7 income streams going, then rank them. What is your number 1 income stream? Your number 2, your number 3, number 4, number 5, etc., all the way down to number 7. You know, this one could be your private label business. So I'll switch over. This could be your private label business number 1. Number 1 might make you $3,000 a month. Okay, maybe your private label number 2 makes you $2,000 a month. Maybe your retail arbitrage business makes you $1,000 a month. Maybe your book business makes you $1,500 a month. Maybe your job makes you $6,000 a month. Okay, so then you got to rank them. Okay, well, this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5. So which one is making you the most income? Okay, unfortunately for me, it's trading time for money is making me my most income. And it's actually upwards around $10,000 a month. Maybe not that much. Probably about $8,000. So this is why I don't walk away from my business. But eventually, it's going to get to a point where I can probably use all that time that I spend in my job doing, you know, actually I got 1, 2, number 3 PL, number 3 makes me about $1,000 a month. Okay. And as I keep building them and building them and building, eventually this one is going to erase itself. That's one reason why I don't quit my job is because I love the people in my job. I've been doing it. It's like being in a gang. I've been doing it for 21 years, the same thing. A lot of people rely on me, and I take that as a very, very important thing to me is that these people have jobs. I captain a ship of almost 7, 8 people, and they all feed their families with the income that they make from the company that I run. And that's just a small company under a big company. Most people know I work for a company called Fitness Town. So, and it's one of the best companies to work for on the planet, especially in Canada. Small mom and pop business that's grown to be one of the biggest fitness company in the West Coast. And I just love going there. I love hanging out with people. For the most part, I love the customers that I work with. I work in the service industry, so some of them, you know, they're never happy. But that industry is just something I love. So I don't have any desire to leave it. And when I go into my work, it's like it's almost like a break from this part of my life. And like a lot of you guys know, you can't put all your time into your business. I do have to. I definitely compartmentalize things. So I have time that I run my business, working. There's time when I'm with family. There's time when I'm chilling and relaxing and downtime for myself. Time when I'm with you guys online doing this and just sharing what I know. So that's really what I do to strive for $20,000 a month income. Okay. I don't make any money right now from my YouTube channel because YouTube changed the way they do things. You need 1,000 subscribers in order to create any monetary value from your YouTube channel as far as YouTube paying me. So that I can't write that down. I do make money from consulting. People hire me. I spend time with them. People hire me to find their products. People literally hire me and pay me $750 US to find their product, create their store, launch their product, create their bullets, run their PPC, basically front to back, and get their product going 30 days in. So everything, and teach them every step along the way. So that's kind of it's another income that I didn't write down there, but I put that under consulting and coaching. And then my course is obviously another income. So, I mean, I have multiple income streams. I'm probably at around 10 if I were to add them all up and actually and YouTube is actually in there because a lot of my clients, if not all of my clients, I think all but maybe 3 or 4 came from YouTube. Came from seeing my videos, reaching out to me in the comments, asking me if I could help them, and me just reaching back to them and offering my help. And then I've gifted my course to a bunch of people. They've taken the course, and I've sold my course to a bunch of people. And obviously now my course is like $97, and people can buy the course, and that's another income stream. So same thing with this team that kind of is hanging out with me on here. If you guys ever wanted me to say, hey, Chris, can you show me how to do this or do that? Just let me know. Reach out to me. Hit me up on email, coachchrisbeck@gmail.com. That's really my primary email. But you can always reach out to me, Coach Chris Beck, on Facebook. And, if you want to get to that level, I mean, that level is easy to reach. $20,000 is not hard to reach, guys. If you just do the 3 things I told you, $20,000 is not hard to reach. If you look at what you're doing right now and you ask yourself, am I actually working some sort of plan to get there? You probably know the honest answer. Or you could ask yourself, am I making money outside of my job? And if the answer is yes, can I duplicate it under different platforms? And can I maybe do what Chris is talking about? Like, if you're fully invested in retail arbitrage and you're in one category, let's say you're just doing books, you're going to have to sell 2,000 books at $10 profit every month in order to make 20 grand a month. Is that something you think you can get to? Some people might go berserk. I know Nicole's going berserk with her book business, and she's growing it by leaps and bounds. But again, can you sell 2,000 books? Can you scale your business up to 2,000 book sales a month in order to make an extra 20 grand a month at $10 profit? Keep that in mind. If not, then maybe you have to add in, maybe you have a small retail arbitrage business going with toys and, seasonal stuff and home hardware and decor and whatever, just all the other aisles. Okay. Maybe that's doing a little bit. Maybe you need to start your private label business. Okay. Maybe you need to go private label. So I don't know. Where you're at, but all I know is every time you add one, you take this number, you divide it by how much, maybe it's only $5, maybe it's $20 per sale. Let's just use $10. So it's 2,000 units. Divide that by the different businesses you have. If you have a course or you want to launch a course, maybe you need, again, 500 course sales. I mean, my course is $100, so I don't need 500 course sales to get there. I just need 10 course sales to get to $1,000. In a course, what does a course do for people? It teaches them how to make all this money. Okay. It teaches them how to plan. It teaches them how to make multiple income streams, because the course that I put out is the foundation of building your private label and your retail arbitrage course. And then it's all this little minor wisdom that I put out there. Obviously, Parsa's done it, and he's still probably doing it. I need an action plan for private label. Reach out to me, Parsa. I'll go and we'll find your product. Okay. And again, like I've been telling a lot of people, you don't necessarily need to buy 500 units up front the first time around, or 300. You can buy 200. You can buy 100. You just got to do the product research and figure out what products you want to launch. Get that product going and just make that product work. Books would be hard to get to 20,000 a month the way I'm doing it, but for sure bulk sellers are doing it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, 100% bulk sellers are doing it. And that's the whole point. If you can, you know, a lot of people go, yeah, no, my book business and the way I have things set up, they're able to buy in bulk. They're able to buy liquidations. I mean, their capital, they've grown their inventory to that much sales a month. I mean, you're not far off. Even if you're selling 30 a day or 20 a day, you're upwards at 20 a day, you're upwards 600 book sales a month. It's not that far off, to be honest. In a span of time that you've been doing it, I know Reezy's definitely upwards 15 to, he's definitely around 2,000 book sales a month. Definitely around 2,000 book sales a month. And then he has all of his other income streams as well. But do the math, guys. Take your time, sit down, figure out a number. Maybe it's only 10K a month that you want to make. Like Parsa said, I'd love to make an extra 5K. So if it's 5K, figure out how many things you have to sell a day at $10 profit. Okay, at 5K. So that's 500 things a month at $10 profit. Divide that by 30. Okay, at 500 things a month, that's, what is that? That's 18 things. 18 things a day. So roughly 18 to 20 things a day at $10 profit to make $5,000 a month profit. It's not hard to do. Okay, you could go out right now, do what Nicole did, and just start hammering books and start loading up your book inventory. You could do what a lot of people are doing, retail arbitrage, start funneling your money into everything inventory-wise, scanning everything, and start loading up your retail arbitrage inventory. You could do what I do and launch a private label product, start growing that private label product or multiple private label products. Like I tell people and I teach people now, don't launch just one, launch 4. Launch 4 private label products at a time with a minimum of 100 units of inventory, and try to get that unit to 2, 3, 4 sales a day. And if you can score 2, 3, 4 sales a day, that's when you convert your inventory into a private label product. Okay, there's lots of ways to do it, but that's the number one, is do the math. Number 2 is set your weekly plans. Number 1 will never come into fruition. You'll never achieve 500 sales or whatever per column, 2,000 sales, if you're not setting weekly plans up. So set up your weekly plans. Okay, break it down over 7 days, or if you want to do over 5 days, but plan your action and keep asking yourself how. Okay, what's my plan? My plan is to get 50 new toys. Okay, 50 new toys. How am I going to get those 50 new toys? I'm going to buy 7 a day, every day. Where am I going to buy 7 a day? I'm going to hit up all those stores. Okay, and I'm going to buy a new toy from every one of those stores. And that's a weekly plan. It's better than daily. You don't want daily plans because you have to do too many of them. Weekly plans, you only have to do 52 of those a year. And that's huge productivity, guys. That is massive productivity. Shouldn't just say guys, but guys and girls. That's huge. Reezy has 15,000 books in inventory. Last count. I have 3,000, so a little behind him. Yep. And he's easily doing, I mean, I don't know if he posts his sales, but he's easily doing 1,000 books. I want to say 1,000 books. I'm trying to think what his scale would be. Maybe 1,500 books. Maybe 1,000 books. I think he's out doing upwards 100 to 150 book sales a day. I don't know. I'll have to check. I'll go check. I'll message Reezy, see if he gets back to me again. So set your weekly plan and then scale it up. Okay? Build multiple income streams.
Our theory is they're amping the dope with fentanyl. Maybe they overdid it.
XIS. I should make a t-shirt. XIS. Okay. Build multiple income streams. Do the math. Set weekly plans. That's my most basic set of rules that I follow. If you guys are ever wondering, well, how do you stay on track, Chris? That's the 3 things I do. It's that simple. I'm always just thinking about the math, you know, like I kind of show you this here. This is my retail arbitrage course plan, you know, 6 different things, proactive product research, inventory, $100 a day, 5 times, Amazon blockbuster days, Prime Day, Black, you know, just all these little things, store layouts, automating, pricing, ranking. That was just a bunch of stuff I was planning along, and that's an old plan. That's an old plan that I left it up because it's like a picture for me. I look at it every day, but I just plan things out, and that was when I was creating my course. Not old, like it's like a month old, but it just keeps me on track. It helps me expand my vision. Okay, I'm always working my vision to achieve my dreams. Okay, my dreams are just my dreams. I have so many dreams, and I'm hitting them all. I'm always hitting them. I just keep adding to them. My dreams are not like I'm not like the guy who sets a dream and then I accomplish it and then I set another one. No, I have like 100 dreams that are all gigantic, and they're just things that drive me and pull me in the direction of those goals and dreams, and they're just in my head. They're like, you know, when you ask me where I want to live, in my head I already know I want to have a cabin up at Cultus Lake. That's just on the far northeast side of that lake. Nicole knows where this is. Parsley, you probably know where that is. And I want to build it from scratch. And when do I want to have that cabin? I want to have that cabin all built by 2025. And that's just that goal. There's multiple other ones. I want to have my Ford F-150 Raptor that I drive there. I want to have my BMW X i8 or i9. There's lots of stuff.
You're a good man, Marty.
Columbia Valley is beautiful up there. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's my favorite place. It's like heaven in BC. It's the most gorgeous lake. I love the homes that are sited just along the lakeside there. They're so colorful. Or just it's, you know, I love going and hanging out at rivers and on docks and just looking out. Even if I'm looking at tugboats or logs in the water, that stuff is serene to me. It's surreal. So that's just one of my goals. So I'm always working that vision and trying to achieve those dreams. So this is just like a motivational thing. Hey, what's going on, Nick or Keith? Why am I calling you Nick? What's going on, Keith? Yeah, so set weekly goals, and as you set them up, just pick something. If you want to add Nicole an extra 300 books to inventory, whatever, set that goal up. Try to figure out how you're going to get there, how many stores you're going to get there, how many books you have to buy a day. You know, plan it out. Just keep building that inventory, or maybe it's you want to expand your retail arbitrage business. Maybe you want to jump into private label. Private label may not be, you know, the week that we're in right now. Maybe it might be 5 weeks from now that you want to set your private label target up. I don't actually do this, but some people that I've taught this to, they'll kind of make things, I call it complicated. To them, it's just more efficient. But let's see if you can see this. But they'll write down 52 weeks, all the way to 52nd week, and they'll start planning things in advance. I don't recommend that because things change. Okay, and you're gonna start going like, oh, this one I can't do this, and oh, this one I'm gonna scratch this and scratch this and scratch this and redo this. Athletes want to play by play, you know, in the moment. Okay, so I grew up playing sports. at a decent level and continued through my life teaching sports and coaching and all that type of stuff. Plans change. So I'm more of an in the moment guy, like a week to week guy for this business, not necessarily a day to day guy, because I think that's too, you could flop a lot if you're day to day. But if you're week to week, you're going to plan your week, pick that target, aim at it, and then take action and knock it out of the park. I think it's achievable when you set up weekly plans. And if you pick out a target, like I said, I picked out 50 toys. I wanted to hit 50 toys and get 50 toys. And I didn't do it. I failed. I only got 25. But a lot of people look at that. Well, Chris, that's kind of a success. Like 25 new toys. Wow, that's awesome. I'm like, yeah, it is awesome. But I didn't hit it, so I'm going to re-aim and I'm trying to get to 50 new toys each and every time. Chuddy Bick, what's happening? What you sell in Amazon? What do I sell on Amazon? That's kind of the whole conversation we're having right now. So it definitely rewatch this video. But books, toys, cosmetics, name it, soaps, shampoos, condoms. Frick, I sold everything, massagers, pets, pet stuff, pet cleaning kits, you name it. Okay, the whole conversation we're having right now is just sit in your room and look around and ask yourself, what can I sell? Facebook Marketplace is, like Gary Vee was talking about, is a freaking, it's the garage sale in your home. It's the fact that you have a phone, you can take a picture of that screwdriver and try to sell it for $1 and flip that screwdriver, or flip your stack of books that's been sitting there collecting dust for 5 years, and you're going to flip all that stack of unknown books for 25 bucks, then take all that money and funnel it into some brand new toys that are on clearance from Superstore, and then take all those toys and ship them off to Amazon and sell them for full retail, make $10 every toy that you sell, and all of a sudden you turn that $25 into $200, and then you figure out ways to build multiple streams of income over a course of time. Guys, this isn't something that's going to happen just like that, okay? This may take the 52 weeks of planning to get it to the point where you now have four different income streams, 4XIS, multiple income streams, okay? You may get to 10. It all depends on how you look at it. So, I mean, those are just the 3 things that I think I wanted to set out for you guys that are watching as a foundation of how you should look at achieving 20 grand a month, or 10 grand a month, or 5 grand a month, or 100 grand a month in income. Do the math so you know what you need to do. Set weekly plans, 50 of them a year at least, and break it down to 7 days and ask yourself, what do you need to do? Where are you going to get it from? How are you going to get it? How many do you have to get? And keep taking action. Keep resetting and taking aim and taking action. And then just continually build multiple income streams, because it's hard to, like Nicole and I were just talking about, to get to 2,000 books, but it's easy to get to 500 book sales a month. I think Nicole's already there at 20 a day times 30 days. That's 600 book sales a month. And she has her highs and lows. Okay, it's not hard to get there. Now she's got to get to her next income stream. That might be her job. She might be making the income that she needs from her job. Now she's got to get to her third income stream. What is it going to be? Retail arbitrage? Is it going to be her YouTube channel? Is it going to be consulting? Is she going to start telling people that if you're interested in learning how to build a book inventory of 3,000 books in under 10 months, I can show you how to do it for 97 bucks. Or you can you can hire me for 50 bucks. Send me money on PayPal, and Nicole will show you how to start a book business, selling on Amazon. So, I mean, there's lots of ways to start. And then what's your next income stream? What's your next income stream? Okay. And then the fourth one that is a given, no one needs to write this down, but it's don't quit. Never quit. Okay, you will fail once you quit. So that's, you can't fail by not hitting 50 toys. You can't fail by only making 20 sales or 10 sales today or one sale today. Those are all successes. They're just successes at different levels. But the moment you quit and give up, that's when you fail. Okay. And I have 4 kids. That's what I teach my kids. Once you get hit, if you stay down and cry, then and you never get back up and you just quit, that's when you fail. That's when you become a failure. And as a coach, as an athlete, you know, it's ingrained in us just to never quit, to never give up. And as you become a better athlete, better coach, better business person, entrepreneur, you love competition. Everything that comes at you is just a competition. If you only got to 18, it just means you lost the game today. But tomorrow's a new day, and it just means that you're going to work that much harder to not fail again, to get to 21 sales or whatever the case may be. You know, when I get to 10 sales in a day, like if I have a terrible day and I only sell 10 things, like I always minimum want to sell 50 things in a day on my Amazon business, minimum 50. I strive for 100, but minimum 50. I've had a 10-day, and I look at that like, oh shit, how can I never let this happen again? What do I have to do to never let this happen again? I'll start looking at every angle, my PPC, I'll optimize. I've sat up till 6 in the morning and gone over probably 200 listings and optimized every listing, redone the titles of stuff that's not even my listing, hoping that Amazon will keep my changes, because I think improving on the listing is extreme. Book listings, I'll optimize everything. And I don't know if it makes a huge difference. I definitely see a sales increase. I don't know why I have certain drops, I just have them. But I go and actually put in work, and I'll do whatever I can do to never let it happen again. Will it happen again in the future? Yeah, it'll happen again in the future. You can start my course, Chuddy, for $97. I'll throw a link in the description after this video. And in it, it'll show you everything you need to do to learn how to sell on Amazon, learn how to do retail arbitrage, private label, all of those things. And then you'll get me as your coach. You can reach out to me on email, tune into obviously the show, but you can reach out to me on email. Hey coach, so now let's go. Show me what to do. All the fundamentals are in the course. It's $97.
Kind of like the U.S. government.
Hopefully that answers your question. You asked another one. Does it really go to earn money on Amazon? Is it really go to earn money on Amazon, as everyone says? Amazon is now a $1 trillion company. So most of you know that it made a $1 trillion valuation.
We haven't started building yet.
Dude, first one to tell me who the other $1 trillion valuation wins a lizard to
I just don't want
hit a trap. Parsa wins. I'm delivering this to your home, Parsa. Text me, message me your address. I'm gonna bring you a lizard cleaning kit. You're the winner of the National Geographic cleaning kit. Probably better off putting your fat stacks of cash in this. I'm gonna deliver this to you. You just give me your details. You know how to get a hold of me, and I'll bring this. I'll hand deliver this to you. We'll do some lunch. I'll take you out for lunch. Yeah, I mean, crazy question. Amazon has $1 trillion of money capital. You're allowed to sell on their market, in their marketplaces. The time has never been better than now. If you're not starting your Amazon business now, it was like being born during the gold rush and not going out into the mountains and finding an opportunity, and Amazon saying you can sell in my store. It's like saying, hey guys, we're Walmart. We get millions of customers every month in our stores. Why don't you bring your products in, put them on our shelves, put a sign up, put your prices, and we'll let your customers buy them, and we'll send you the profit. That's what Amazon's basically doing. And we'll just take a 15% commission. You can keep the rest, you know. And if you want us to do all the service for you, you know, we'll charge you a little fee, you know, another 30%, maybe 40%, and you can keep the other 45% profit. You know, you pay yourself, you pay your costs out of that, and you make 25%. And we have, Walmart has millions of customers. Well, we have millions of customers too. And Walmart hasn't hit $1 trillion valuation. We have. Apple has. Imagine Apple said, Chris, go design a product and then ship it to us, and we'll sell it for you in our Apple stores. Could you imagine that? You'd be like freaking out, because it's become an instant wealth. You just got to learn the way to do it, the blueprint. So Chuddy Bick, jump onto the description, click the link, and sign up for the course. All right. Does Amazon sell you all products? No. You got to find the products. You buy them. You source them yourself from China, or you can do retail arbitrage and buy products, brands that you know, toys that you know, and buy anything you know. What do we got? One of my best-selling products in the toy category makes me about $7 a sale. I bought these for $4 each. You know, I don't know, sell 5 of those a day. So I mean, there's different business models you can do. Something like that, where you buy discount products from stores that, like Canadian Tire, Superstore, Walmart, the discount section. You use some tools to scan it and see if it sells well on Amazon. You buy them, you ship them to Amazon. Amazon sells it for full retail, and then gives you the profit. That's the breakdown. It's that simple. How many pieces did you sell? How many pieces did I sell? For every product, it varies. My number one selling product does 900 units a month. My number one selling product that I source from China does 900 units a month on a good month. On a bad month, it does 500. So on a bad month, it does 500 units. That it makes $11 profit, sometimes 12, just depending on my buy, the US dollar or Canadian dollar. And on a good month, it can make me 10 grand. My second best does about 200 units at $20 profit a month. My third best does about 90 to 100 units on a slow season right now at $14 profit. And then I have a bunch of slow moving trickle private label products. And then my book business is doing extremely well. I sell about 10 books a day. Excuse me, not a month, 10 books a day. That's my book business. And my retail arbitrage business in general probably does about 15 products a day. Anywhere from $3 profit to 15 is probably my most right now. Although I do have some big ticket stuff. I do call it big ticket arbitrage or big ticket retail arbitrage. And those I sell about 1 or 2 a month, or 1 or 2 a day. I don't know what I'm saying a month, 1 or 2 a day at about $70 to $80 profit. And I think that's about it. And I'm always growing. My retail arbitrage is always growing. It'll never go backwards. I've been explaining that this whole time. I funnel all my profits, spend a little bit, pay some of these things down. I funnel all my profits back into books. You would like to start a business, but you're afraid. What could you tell me at the beginning? Well, what I would tell you is go on my YouTube channel, start watching my videos. That's what I tell you, man. You know, take action, do the math. Take my course. It's 97 bucks. What do you have to lose? If you're not happy with the course, I have a 30-day guarantee on my course. So if you're not happy with what you're learning and it doesn't empower you to sell on Amazon, then you can get a refund, just to get your money back. So, but you'll be good. Don't worry. You start slow. I teach you even how to do it so it doesn't cost you a lot of money up front. In fact, in one of my old videos, I teach people how to start for free, but I don't recommend starting for free. I mean, if you have capital, start your business. Just start. How old are you, Chuddy Bick? And where are you from? So Parsa, you want to connect or what? You want me to come and bring you your new and take you out for lunch? Okay, let me know. Netherlands, nice. The Netherlands. That's awesome. You shouldn't have any problem in the Netherlands. Reach out to Amazon. You could start your business in the .com. If only risk what you can afford to lose at the beginning. If you only risk what you can afford to lose at the beginning, then it's easy to logic your way into not feeling that fear of starting. That's so true. That's so true. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning. Just look around your home. You're going to see things that you could flip in your home. I have a box, literally. I still have not. I'll show you guys this. I just don't want to screw up this stream. No, I'm not going to do it. Because every time I move that cord, I screw up the stream. But I have a box, and you guys have probably seen this video before. It's filled with at least 100 video games. Xbox, the Wii, other console games.
What?
At least 100, and I've scanned them. They're all under like 5,000 rank in the video game. I don't know how great that is, but like most of them are really low ranked. I'm like, and they all flip anywhere from $5 profit to $20, $30 profit. Like Mario games, frick man, they hold their value, and they're low ranking.
I don't know.
The crazy thing about it is that box probably has $500 of profit in there. I haven't played, my family hasn't played those games in like 5 years. They've been sitting there for at least 5 years. It's crazy. So, and I just never get around to flipping that box. But I tell people, just look around your home, flip some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, flip some stuff on Amazon. Do some personal sales, get some cash flow, and then start your private label business, start your big business. But the only way you'll ever get there is by starting, taking action, working your vision, achieving your dreams. So, all right. Any questions for Coach Respect before I leave you guys with that awesome video? My doodling, extraordinary doodling. And make sure you hit up Amazon for your new whiteboard. Get yourself a whiteboard. And this is an awesome whiteboard. It's actually got an aluminum frame, double-sided. It's really good, and they're under 20 bucks right now. I think they're under 17. They're like 16 bucks.
Like being tossed out of the classroom for no more.
Search dry erase board, small dry erase board. See if you can find my storefront. How much do you spend on single product promotion? How much do you spend on single product promotion? On Amazon, anywhere from 20 cents a click to upwards. I think my most is about $2. Never ever over $2 a click. Usually anywhere from 20 to about $1.50, I'm gonna say, to get someone to click on my listing. So, but I essentially use pay-per-click a lot. Pay-per-click, Chuddy, is Amazon's advertising. I use that a lot in the beginning with my products to get sales, initial sales. So maybe like the first few months, I'll do some pay-per-click to ensure my product is showing on page one. I'll always maximize the cost per, just to make sure that I'm on the upper levels and that I'm winning the bid process that pay-per-click works on. But what I will tell you is that I never spend more on advertising than I make. So all the advertising comes straight from my profit. So if I made $50 profit, usually maybe $20 will come out of that for advertising, and I'll still be left with 30. And Amazon takes the money out of what you make. They don't take it out of your credit card or anything like that. As long as you made money, of course. I wanted to be accurate about that. But they'll take it from your profits. So you don't ever have to worry about that. But it works itself out for the most part. It's a form. It's an important part of making sure that you make money is running some advertising. Running some advertising will help generate views, clicks, and ultimately buys of your product. So make sure you run some ads. But then after a while, I don't run ads on my products because they're organically already on page one. And I really honestly don't see much of a benefit of running the ads all the time. Sometimes I'll run a little bit of a booster ad, like for a week or two, and then I'll let it dry, up and be organic for a period of time. But initial creating my listing, getting sales so that I can get reviews, I'm running PPC ads. But that is a great question. The other promotions I do a little bit of Facebook marketing for my products. So I teach people in my course how to start a Facebook page for your product. Just create some content in that Facebook page, add a bunch of people into that Facebook group, and then run a Facebook marketing ad. You can spend it, you can have it like run a $5 a day ad on your product, link it to your product on Amazon, and just let that ad run. And you'll get sales from that ad. It's going to be sales from Facebook, from the Facebook community. So you're funneling business to Amazon. That's a great thing. I'll run Instagram ads. I've not run a YouTube ad for my products before. I'm thinking about running YouTube ads for my products. So I might make a video or find a video and then run an ad with that video and then link it to my products. Again, this is more for my private label products. What do you think? Chuddy says, what do you think the right amount of products would be? How much it needs to start completely? So I think what you're asking is, how many products do you need to start your business? And well, private label, it's going to be, you're going to need one, at least one. I've been recommending to a lot of people with private label. If you're not familiar with that is, Google or go on YouTube and go Amazon FBA private label. But you're going to need one. With one product, you can usually generate enough. If you sell 5 a day at $10 profit, that's an extra $50 profit in your pocket every day. Times that by 30 days, that's $150 a month. Is that right? Did I do that right? No, excuse me. That's $1,500 a month with one product. That's at 5 sales a day at $10 profit. You can go $5 profit, 10 sales a day. You can go $20 profit at 5 sales a day. There's lots of ways to look. Again, doing the math. Retail arbitrage, you can go buy a bunch of products. You can go buy 20. Again, my plan this week again is to go buy 50 different toys that are on clearance that I can find for 50, 60, 70, 80% off their regular price. Buy them all, send them all to Amazon, and then sell them on Amazon for full price and make profit off of those. So that's another type of business model that you can do. And again, my weekly plan is just to go and get 50 toys. So that would be 50 toys, 50 different products you could start with. You could do what I call a home book arbitrage, where you go onto your bookshelf at home, take your phone, get the Seller Central app, start scanning all the barcodes, and see how much profit you'll make from each book. Maybe you can come up with 20 different books or 30 different books. Send them off to Amazon. See how that goes. So that's just a free book arbitrage. It's just all the books that are sitting around, whether it be maybe you had some, fiction books, nonfiction books. Maybe you have some student books, whatever. Those are great questions. I am sick and I want to learn this profession. Sorry to hear you're sick. Why are you sick? What's wrong with you? Hope you're okay, buddy. Hope you're okay, Chuddy Bick. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. And I think I will jump off of this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't know what to talk about. Tomorrow. I'll have to think about it, but I'll throw out. I'll give everybody a heads up on Instagram when I'm gonna come live. 10 o'clock tomorrow Pacific time. Coach Chris Beck, the wise guy. Peace.